You know, sometimes you brace yourself for something you know is coming, but when it actually hits you, it still knocks the wind right out of you. That's exactly how I feel right now, knowing Dak Prescott has been replaced. I always knew this day would come for the Cowboys. Every franchise quarterback eventually has to step aside. But I never thought I'd be sitting here talking to you about this today. It feels like someone just ripped a chunk right out of my heart. And I know some of you probably feel the same. It's funny because for years, people have accused me of being more of a Dak Prescott fan than a true Cowboys fan. Maybe they're right. From the very first time I saw Dak play, I felt like he was something special. He gave us hope when we needed it most. He was the guy I believed in when so many others didn't want to. And now, just like that, the chapter closes. When you follow a player for so long, and let's be honest, when you build your own journey around talking about him, it's hard to let go. It's almost like losing a family member. Maybe that sounds dramatic, but if you're a true Cowboys fan, you know exactly what I mean. We stick by our guys even when the rest of the world is ready to move on. But this is the business side of football, right? It doesn't matter how loyal you are, how many moments you gave the fans, how many times you fought through injuries just to get back on the field. At the end of the day, it's all about who's next and who the media wants to hype up or tear down. So here I am, sitting here asking myself and asking you, was this really the right moment to move on from Dak? Do you think the Cowboys made the call at the right time? Or could he still have given us more? I want to hear from you on this one. Drop your thoughts in the comments right now. Let's talk about it, fan to fan. And hey, if you love real talk about our Cowboys, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Let's hit that goal of 15,000 subscribers together and keep this community strong. Don't forget to tap that bell so you never miss when we're back here breaking it all down. And if you feel this one in your heart too, smash that like button. It helps more than you know. You know what really gets me? It's how fast people forget where it all started. Back in 2016, nobody even cared about Dak Prescott. I remember it like it was yesterday. I was just sitting there watching the Senior Bowl, minding my own business. The Cowboys coaches were there because, let's be honest, we weren't sniffing the playoffs that year. Everyone was hyping up Carson Wentz like he was the second coming of Troy Aikman or something. But I was watching Dak. He wasn't the headline, but to me he looked like the guy who just had something special, something you can't coach. So I made a video about it, put it up on my channel. At that point, barely anyone watched my stuff. Maybe a handful of you out there remember when nobody gave a damn about what I had to say. But then Tony Romo went down, and suddenly, the world needed to know about Dak Prescott. That one video turned into my first 1,000 subscribers. That's how it works sometimes, right? One moment, one player, one game, and everything changes. So when people say, "Oh, you're just a Dak fanboy," I wear that like a badge of honor. Dak gave me hope for the Cowboys again. He gave a lot of us something to root for in a time when we really needed it. But now it feels like folks just want to toss all that away, like none of it mattered. I get it. It's the NFL. It moves fast. But don't forget who helped build this. Don't forget the good times just because the winds have shifted. Let me ask you this. Do you remember that Senior Bowl moment? Or maybe you jumped on the Dak train after Romo went down. Drop a comment and tell me when you first believed in Dak Prescott. I'd love to know. And while you're here, help us reach that 15,000 subscriber milestone. Hit that subscribe button, tap the bell so you don't miss what's coming next, and show some love with a like if you remember those early Dak days like I do. But now here we are. Dak Prescott, the same guy who pulled us out of the mud, is just an afterthought. It stings, doesn't it? You can feel it every time you turn on the TV or scroll through social media. All the noise, all the hot takes, all the people looking for the next big thing to tear apart. And guess who's wearing that target now? It's Micah Parsons. You see it, right? All that venom, all that finger-pointing that used to be on Dak has shifted straight to Micah. It's like the cycle never ends with the Cowboys. One guy's the hero, The next minute, he's the scapegoat. Dak held that spotlight for so long, the good and the bad. Now, it's Micah's turn to get every headline, every half-baked rumor, every analyst calling him overrated, saying he's not worth the money, acting like 52.5 sacks in 4 years isn't elite. Are you kidding me? That's generational talent right there. But they'll run him through the mud anyway, just like they did Dak. And the worst part? It's not just the national media. Even folks in our own fan base can't wait to pile on. Remember when Dak couldn't do anything right? Every loss was his fault, every bad pass, every playoff miss, it was always him. Now Micah's the guy they can't wait to turn on. Makes you wonder who's next, doesn't it? That's the thing about being a Cowboy. The star on that helmet, it comes with a price. The media feasts on it. And the fans, well, some of us stay loyal no matter what, but you know how it goes. So I want to hear from you. Do you think Micah's getting the same unfair treatment Dak did? Or is it different this time? Drop a comment below and let's see how many real ones we still got riding for our guys. And hey, while you're at it, hit that subscribe button and help us get to 15,000. Smash that like if you're tired of seeing our best players dragged through the dirt, year after year. Stick around, because we've got a lot more to say about where this is all going. And here's the kicker. While Micah Parsons is catching all that heat, Dak Prescott's name is barely even in the conversation anymore. It's like he's faded into the background, and you've got guys like Brian Schottenheimer making more headlines than the quarterback who carried us for years. Think about that for a second. The same Dak who gave us hope after Romo went down, the same Dak who turned this fan base on its head in 2016, is now an afterthought. That's the reality, and it hits hard. You see all these analysts and talking heads, they're busy stirring the pot about Micah's contract or whether Schottenheimer's going to be one and done. But where's the talk about Dak's future? It's like they've just accepted he's done. Nobody's fighting for him. Nobody's standing up and saying, hey, maybe we should remember who put us on the map when the lights went out on Romo. Instead, it's silence. Just background noise. And what does that say about us, Cowboys Nation? How quick are we to move on when things don't go our way? Sure, the NFL's a business, but this is more than that. Dak was our guy. He still is for some of us, whether people want to admit it or not. You know that feeling, right? That loyalty? Some people forget it the moment they see a new shiny toy on the roster. Meanwhile, Schottenheimer's name gets tossed around like he's the savior or the villain, depending on the week. And the Cowboys, well, they're just doing what they always do, feeding the fire, giving the media more reasons to talk about anything but what really matters. And that's the messed up part. We act like we stand by our players, but the truth is, they get tossed aside the second the narrative changes. And if you think it can't happen to Micah too, you haven't been paying attention. So here's what I want to know. Do you think we, as fans, forget too easily? Do we give up on our guys too fast? Let me know in the comments. I really want to see who's got that old school loyalty in them. And before you scroll, help us hit that big goal of 15,000 subscribers. It means the world to us to keep this Cowboys family together. Smash that like button if you believe loyalty still means something in this game. We're not done yet. Stick around because it's about to get even more real. So here we are, standing at this weird crossroads where one guy who once carried our dreams is just yesterday's news. And you gotta ask yourself, where does Dak Prescott go from here? Sure, maybe he's still wearing that star for now, but you and I both know how this story goes. The moment a new plan comes together, the moment that out is convenient, it's goodbye and good luck. That's the harsh part of being a Cowboys fan, man. It's loyalty until it's not. And I can't lie, it stings. It stings because you and me, we remember those rookie moments. We remember when Dak came in and didn't just manage games, he won them. He made us believe again. He gave us something to hold on to after Romo's back gave out for good. He gave a lot of us our first taste of real hope since the 90s, if we're being honest. Now, he's just another name on the roster, one they can cut ties with when the numbers make sense. And the worst part? Nobody really cares. Not the talking heads, not the big shows. They're too busy picking apart Micah or whoever the next scapegoat is. So what does that leave us with? Maybe it's a reminder that this team, this franchise, it keeps moving no matter who's wearing that jersey. And maybe that's why we hold on so tight to these players, because deep down, we know they're just a play away from being forgotten. That's why I'll never pretend Dak didn't matter. He did. He does. Even if the headlines say otherwise. If you're still here, I know you care too. So here's my final ask. Stick around. Keep riding with us, because this Cowboys family we're building here is bigger than one player, one coach, or one headline. Drop your thoughts in the comments. What's the one moment with Dak that you'll never forget? I want to hear it. Let's see who really remembers what he did for this team when we needed it most. And if you haven't yet, do me that favor. Hit that subscribe button so we can reach 15,000 true Cowboys fans. Give this video a like if you believe this team owes Dak more than a quiet goodbye. We're not just here for the good times, we're here for the real talk. 2. Thanks for sticking with me through this, and you know how we do. I'll see you real soon. Keep the faith, keep the stars shining, and let's ride this thing together.